So here's an in-depth look at HSL. So I'm going to go down to the HSL color bar, and I'm working in color here. And we're going to start with hue, and we're just going to look at these different color squares here, and you can kind of see what's going on. So if I take red and I start to move it towards the more magenta-ish, you're going to see those reds get kind of pinkish. If I move them towards the orange-ish, you're going to see them get more orange. So that's playing around with just the reds. Here we're going to watch orange. Now the skin tones on this mannequin have a lot of orange in them, so they're changing too. You can see that one changing. So I'll reset it. Let's look at the yellow. More orange, more green. We'll take the green and we'll play it around. More yellow this time. Aquas. Aquas can be hard for people to see, but look at this one particular box right here. You can kind of see how that's changing mostly on its own. So you'll see that not the entire scene changes, just the colors that kind of are affected by the slider. So purple, whoa, watch purple change. That's kind of crazy on its own. And the magenta is kind of mostly below purple and then above it to the right. So you can see those changing quite a bit, and that gives you kind of an overview of the hue. So if we go to the saturation, watch the reds get more saturated and then turn towards gray, less saturated. And I'll play around with orange. Maybe I won't do every slider this time. Blue should probably show up pretty easily. More blue, less blue. So one thing that's kind of cool with yellow here, because there is a lot of yellow in this mannequin, is watch, let's see, if I take the red back, let's see what happens with the yellow if I just take it down. So look at the sidewalk behind the mannequin. Watch how there was kind of a yellow cast, and I'm taking it down. So you can kind of play around with that to some degree there. Luminance is basically the brightness or darkness of the color. So if we look at the red here and go left, you'll see it gets darker, and then it goes sort of pastelish light. And we'll pick out, let's do purple, that should show up pretty well. Go really dark, really light. So you can kind of see how those all get affected there. So that gives you kind of an overview of all these different ones here. So we can isolate them to some degree by color. And we'll play with that in the next few videos too.